I think it's kind of good that all y'all that voted for Trump, like, it just goes to show that how Americans look up to money and presidents as God. You know what I'm saying? Like, people put so much trust and hope and honor, you know what I'm saying, and just like in a president. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what president it is. Like I always said, like you're not gonna have a perfect president until Jesus come back. But I guarantee you, like if any previous presidents had to did the things that the current president, right, is doing, so many people would have just, it probably would have been a whole riot. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have been crazy. You know, like the White House stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when you had them people vandalizing the White House and all that. But they was not looked at as terrorists or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like or thugs. You know what I'm saying? But that's you know what I'm saying? That's what they are. You know? And I feel like it's pros and cons. You know, Trump is a businessman, but I was watching something on Drink Champs with Nelly, and Nelly talked about how it is like, if you look at what Trump is doing, I'm not saying Nelly said it, but if you look at what Trump is doing, a man or somebody that is a leader or somebody that is the man of the household or whatever is concerned about their household, right? So they're not concerned about what happens to everybody else, right? While they're trying to uphold their own household or trying to build their household or their kingdom or whatever. They don't care about you know what I'm saying, about other people out there. Whatever happened to them. And so like you see so many houses for sale now, and you know what I'm saying, because and then people are not like, when if you have any job that where you're tipping or you're being tipped, you know, it's a tips, you ain't really getting no tips no more. People ain't giving tips no more. Everybody trying to hold on, you know what I'm saying, today. Now people still going out having fun and stuff like that here and there, because you got to eat, you got to keep your sanity, you know what I'm saying? So even in the midst of chaos, you still gonna have people that want to go out and, you know what I'm saying, like have a good time to kind of take their mind off of the work week or, you know, the stresses of life, because you know that stuff will kill you. But you know, I feel like it's pros and cons to what Trump is doing, but if y'all don't see, Trump is clearly looking out for himself first, right? So he's looking out for himself first, and maybe the people like that will be right up under him, which are in the circle with him, which would be the rich, right? And so, you know what I'm saying? Like people always want to talk about Democrat and Republican. It ain't even just always that. It's about who cares about the people that's on the bottom. Because you think about it, law enforcement, truckers, teachers, like most of the military, most of the most difficult jobs in the world get paid the least amount of money. You talking about people that make anywhere from like $40,000 to $70,000, $50,000 to $70,000. You know what I'm saying? On a regular, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, no man, right? Women look at it, no, how can a man, with expensive as everything is today in the world, a man can't pay all the bills off 50 to 70K. That woman has to contribute. You see that? So it has to be like a 50-50. And you know, but if we want it where men, you know, hold down everything and take care of everything, like this is not it. I can understand some people say, oh, well, the reason that people are going through this, that, and the other, the reason that people are on the bottom, and because that's just the life that they just want. Man, come on, man. That's not the life that they want. That's the life that's the cards they've been dealt. Now, we do have opportunities to sometimes go further. But I've been trying to go further all my life, and I'm still not where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I made it to the 50,000, 70,000 range. But what is that, middle class? You still getting the rear end of the stick. You still can't support your family on that kind of money, especially not with the way that rent has went up, and all you realtors and all that. All you realtors that have went up on the prices of homes and all that. This is what being greedy gets you. All these stores and all that, Walmart is probably one of the places I know we doing a little boycott right now, whatever they doing with Walmart. But Walmart is the only place that really, well, any place with like low prices will always sustain the worst of times. See what I'm saying? Because people are gonna go there when times are hard. People are gonna go out and spend more money when they have more money to spend. So right now, with all the everything that's going on, it's gonna be a lot of businesses going out of business, I believe. You know what I'm saying? If it continues, right? Because Trump is finna do this for at least 2 years. And then the last 2 years, he's gonna try to, the 2 years he's gonna try to tear stuff down and reconstruct, right? Tear stuff down, right? The last 2 years of his run, he's gonna try to build back up, be like, hey, look what I did. You know what I'm saying? He might not make that time frame. So if he doesn't make that time frame, he might spend 3 years or a little over 3 years, almost the whole 4, tearing down, just so when he's about to leave office, he can say, hey, look what I did. I did this, I did this, I did that. We did this, we did this. You know, and I'm not saying that it's not gonna work. But what I'm saying is we, the people, have to go through 2 to 4 years of suffering, which he said out of his own mouth. He didn't give a time frame, but because think about it, just do the math on it. Do the math on it, okay? We're gonna have to go through the worst of the worst, right? In this 2 to 4 years while he's in office, right? And it's so that he can get back on track. He's gonna use his presidential run to clear up his debt and get back on top. So that way, when he leaves office, boom, his business is already set up, and then he can just continue his business going. That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't see that. And this is why you have Democrats and Republicans. It ain't about Democrats or Republicans or white and black. It ain't about that. It's about who cares about the people on the bottom, the people that really do stuff, the middle class and the people on bottom. These are the people who really, really do stuff in the world. We're the ones like, your business wouldn't run without somebody who make minimum wage. Your business wouldn't run without somebody who's in the middle class.